Namaskar, very warm welcome to all our viewers and learners in this live phone-in session of CIT NCERT. I'm Renu Bhatt and you are with us live on eVidya channels from channel number 6 to 12 and on our NCERT YouTube channel as well. Dear learner, this is our very special session on demonstration of virtual lab experiments on DIKSHA and ePathshala AR content. AR, that means augmented reality, that is actually an interactive experience that combines the real world and computer generated content. And in for past few days we bring this special session to you so that you can get aware of what is actually happening around us, and you can be a part of this live phone-in session, as this is very special session for you only. How you can participate in this session? Let me tell you the details. You can call us, you can drop an email, even you can drop a comment as well. You can call us on our telephone number, that is 8800440559. Either you can drop a mail at our email address that is flashing on your television screen. And if you have joined us through our web live streaming, that means you are on our NCERT official YouTube channel, you have to go to the live chat box and you have to drop your comment out there. Our experts and panels will be more than happy to answer all your queries, doubts and questions if you have any. So very quickly, let's begin this session and meet our esteemed panelists. And we have our expert with us in this studio. You are Dr. Yashpal Sharma. You are academic consultant from CIT NCERT. Very warm welcome, sir.
नमस्कार रेणु जी, नमस्कार टू ऑल, थैंक यू।
और आप सभी दर्शक इनसे अच्छे से मुखातिब हैं, आप मिल चुके हैं पिछले कुछ दिनों से, आप इनसे काफ़ी इन्फॉर्मेशन ले रहे हैं और हम अपने बाकी पैनलिस्ट के पास भी चलते हैं. लेट्स मीट देम एज वेल. यू आर मिस श्रीकला पी, यू आर प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर फ्रॉम अमृता विश्व विद्यापीठम. वेरी वार्म वेलकम मैम. And we have our another panelist with us as well. You are Mr. Hariharan. You are subject matter experts biology from Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham as well. And we have Ms. Raj Lakshmi. You are also subject matter expert of biology from Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham. And we have Ms. Anakha S. Subject matter expert chemistry from Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham itself. And very warm welcome to all our panelists. And let's quickly begin this session. And as we have already said, it's our special session. और पिछले कुछ दिनों से हम ये सेशन लेकर आए हैं. आपने काफ़ी कुछ चीज़ें उनको बताई हैं हमारे सभी स्टूडेंट्स को about augmented reality. What exactly would you have for today's session, sir?
Thank you once again. So we will be demonstrating the content that we have developed at CIT NCERT and along with the CDAC Mumbai and Amrita University, and all these contents are being accumulated and curated on DIKSHA portal. Okay, so I will be demonstrating the content relevant to the augmented reality content. So what is augmented reality basically? So for example, you are going to teach a concept and with the help of some software simulations, that concept is being augmented and presented to the user in their ओन एनवायरनमेंट कि आप कुछ पढ़ाने जा रहे हैं. और अगमेंटेड रियलिटी का यूज़ कमर्शियली बहुत अच्छे से होता है और आप लोग भी आपके बच्चे भी शायद ऐसी ऐप्स यूज़ करते होंगे. ओके, सो उसी टेक्निक को यूज़ करते हुए कि हम पढ़ाई लिखाई जो है उसको कैसे कर सकते हैं वो हम थोड़ा सा देखेंगे. सो इसके लिए हमारा जो ऐप है, हमने ई पाठशाला अगमेंटेड रियलिटी ऐप हमारा प्ले स्टोर पे अवेलेबल है. सो लेट मी शेयर माई स्क्रीन. You can see that you can also download this app from the Play Store. So you are able to see my mobile phone. Okay, so just go to Play Store. Currently this app is available for Android users, and search out for ePathshala AR. So this is the app where you can download it and open the app and you can perform the simulation seamlessly. And the peculiar feature of using augmented reality, that when you choose any content, the camera will automatically open and this content is synchronized with our NCERT textbook. जो भी आप चूज करेंगे टॉपिक, वही आपको NCERT टेक्स्ट में वो इमेज को स्कैन करना होता है. तो इसको देखते हैं हम कि हम कैसे कर सकते हैं. तो इस ऐप को आप ओपन करेंगे. इसका बहुत ही सिंपल मेन्यू हमने रखा हुआ है कि आप क्लास को चूज़ कर सकते हैं, आप सब्जेक्ट को चूज़ कर सकते हैं, आप चैप्टर को चूज़ कर सकते हैं और फिर उसमें से कौन सा टॉपिक आप लोग जो पढ़ रहे हैं उसको चूज़ कर सकते हैं जिसका भी आपने प्रैक्टिकल हैंड्स ऑन एक्सपीरियंस लेना हो। तो क्लास को चूज़ करें। सो अभी क्लास इसमें 9th और 10th सेकेंडरी क्लासेस के लिए हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं। सो लेट्स चूज़ द क्लास 10 एंड देन इट्स अवेलेबल इन साइंस, वो साइंस सब्जेक्ट में अवेलेबल है। और चैप्टर की हम बात करें तो इसमें जितने भी चैप्टर यहाँ पे लिस्टेड है इन सब का कंटेंट अवेलेबल है। सो लेट्स मी टेक दिस टाइम द चैप्टर नंबर 10 ओके फ्रॉम फिजिक्स। देन चैप्टर 10 में कौन सा टॉपिक आप लोग पढ़ना चाहते हैं, इसमें आप देखेंगे कि आपको दिख रहा होगा कि जैसे फिगर नंबर 10.3, 10.4, 10.5, 10.6, सो ये सारे सिमुलेशंस जो हैं वो इसमें अवेलेबल हैं। सो लेट मी चूज द सिमुलेशन 10.3, इसको चूज करेंगे एंड देन लोड द एक्टिविटी। जैसे ही लोड एक्टिविटी पे हम क्लिक करेंगे, इट्स अ स्मॉल अबाउट 5 to 6 MB सिमुलेशन वो इंटरनेट से लाइव डाउनलोड करेगा एंड देन कैमरा विल ऑटोमेटिकली बी ओपन। जैसे ही आपका कैमरा ओपन होगा तो एक्चुअल में ये जो इमेज आपको ऊपर दिख रहा है, आपको ये इमेज अपनी एनसीईआरटी टेक्स्ट बुक में चैप्टर नंबर 10 में जाके ये इमेज नंबर 10.3 A और B जो है आपको कैमरा से स्कैन करना होगा और फिर ये सिमुलेशन आपके मोबाइल फोन में ही लाइव हो जाएगा। सो लेट्स इस एक्टिविटी को लोड होने देते हैं एंड यू विल सी आई हैव दिस टेक्स्ट बुक विद मी। सो क्योंकि मैंने कहा है कि वो एक्टिविटी हमें सिंक्रोनाइज करी है हमें टेक्स्ट बुक के साथ में, तो टेक्स्ट बुक हमारे पास में होना जरूरी है, वो इमेज हमारे पास में होना जरूरी है। फिर चाहे वो इमेज आपका सॉफ्ट कॉपी हो, आपका हार्ड कॉपी हो, कुछ भी हो वो चलेगा। अब यू एक्चुअली रिक्वायर दैट इमेज। ओके, सो मेरे पास अभी क्लास 10 अवेलेबल है और इसमें यू विल सी कि हमने जो अभी चैप्टर चूज किया है चैप्टर नंबर 10, इट्स अ लाइट रिफ्लेक्शन एंड रिफ्रैक्शन विच इज ऑन पेज नंबर 160। तो 160 पे हम लोग इसको देखते हैं। सो दिस इज द चैप्टर ओके, और इमेज जो हमने सेलेक्ट किया है जैसे 10.3। सो इट मीन्स दैट हम इस सिमुलेशन को हम लोग जो है वो अभी लाइव परफॉर्म करेंगे। दिस इज 10.3। जैसे मैंने कहा आपका कैमरा ऑटोमेटिकली ओपन हो जाएगा जब आप डाउनलोड करेंगे, तो कैमरा ओपन हो गया है। नो आई नीड टू स्कैन दिस।
Learning objective: to perform an activity to observe what happens when a ray of light is incident parallel to the principal axis in spherical mirrors. Click on the continue button to continue.
Okay, so इसमें हमने देखा कि जैसे हमने उसको स्कैन किया वो सिमुलेशन लाइव हो गया हमारे फोन के ऊपर और ये वेरी इंटरैक्टिव सिमुलेशन है, आप उसको किसी भी तरीके से हैंडल कर सकते हैं। ओके, सो वन टाइम ओनली यू नीड टू स्कैन इट, उसके बाद आप अपनी टेक्स्ट बुक बंद कर सकते हैं और इसमें आप इसको किसी भी तरीके से जूम इन जूम आउट अपने हिसाब से कर सकते हैं। इसमें पीछे का हैंड्रेंस अगर आपको ये रिमूव करना है तो हमने इसमें AR कैमरा लगा रखा है, यहाँ नीचे आप देखेंगे। सो इफ यू क्लिक ऑन दिस वन, बैकग्राउंड उसका चेंज हो जाएगा। नाउ इसमें वॉइस नेविगेशन भी है, अब वॉइस नेविगेशन के हिसाब से भी आप चल सकते हैं और इसमें जो डिस्क्रिप्शन लिखा हुआ है अगर आप उसको हटाना चाहते हैं तो वी हैव हाई डिस्क्रिप्शन आइकन, आप उसको हटा भी सकते हैं। लेकिन अगर आपको लगता है कि नहीं मुझे साथ में सुनना भी है और साथ में पढ़ना भी है तो आप उसको रख भी सकते हैं। नाउ फॉलो द इंस्ट्रक्शंस।
Ray of light. A ray is a path of a light wave represented by a line with an arrow. The arrow indicates the direction in which light is traveling. Beam of light. A bundle of rays of light is called a beam of light. Principal axis. It is a line passing through the center of curvature C and pole P of the mirror. Since principal axis passes through the center of curvature, it is normal to the surface of the mirror. Click on the continue button to continue.
Okay, so फर्स्ट इंस्टांस में हमारे पास जो डिफरेंट डेफिनेशंस हैं कि रे ऑफ लाइट क्या होता है, बीम ऑफ लाइट क्या होता है, प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस क्या है, क्योंकि जब हम फिजिकल लैब में ये एक्सपेरिमेंट परफॉर्म करते हैं तो हमें सब चीज़ों का पता होना चाहिए और वहाँ पे बहुत सारी चीज़ें हमें दिखती नहीं है। जैसे रे ऑफ लाइट अगर आ रही है, हम सीधा टॉर्च मारेंगे और वो रिफ्लेक्ट बैक होके हमें उसका एंगल जो है वो मेजर करना होता है, लेकिन यहाँ पे आप कितनी भी बार उसको परफॉर्म करेंगे और वो आपको आराम से दिखेगा। देन क्लिक ऑन द कंटिन्यू बटन।
Click on any button from the side panel to learn more about it.
ओके, सो यहाँ पे हम दो एक्टिविटीज परफॉर्म कर सकते हैं। कनकेव मिरर को लेके और कन्वेक्स मिरर को लेके. सो लेट्स फर्स्ट परफॉर्म विद द कनकेव मिरर.
Concave mirror. Click on the highlighted button to make a ray incident parallel to the principal axis.
ओके, सो इसमें अच्छी बात यह है कि 2D इमेज जो हमारी टेक्स्ट बुक में होती है, हम उसमें मिरर का कर्वेचर नहीं देख पाते हैं, लेकिन यहाँ पे आप उसको आराम से देख सकते हैं कि उसका कर्वेचर किस साइड पे है और वो कन्वेक्स मिरर है कि कनकेव मिरर है. नो वी नीड टू क्लिक ऑन द हाईलाइटेड बटन विच इज अ सोर्स ऑफ लाइट.
Drag the slider to set the black screen where it gets the image of the reflected rays of light.
सो स्लाइडर को हम ड्रैग कर सकते हैं कि इमेज वो कहाँ पे जाके परफॉर्म, जो इमेज जो है वो बनेगा. सो अकॉर्डिंगली यू विल सी इट. नाउ वी कैन परफॉर्म द सेम एक्टिविटी बाय यूजिंग द कन्वेक्स मिरर.
Convex mirror. Click on the highlighted button to make a ray incident parallel to the principal axis. Convex mirror. A beam of light is incident parallel to the principal axis on a convex mirror. After reflection, a virtual, erect, and highly diminished image appears to be formed at the principal focus of the convex mirror. Click on the Continue button to continue. Laws of reflection. 1. The angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. 2. The incident ray, the normal to the mirror at the point of incidence, and the reflected ray all lie in the same plane. The real image is always obtained in front of the mirror, and the virtual image appears to be behind the mirror. Learning outcome. We can observe that a ray parallel to the principal axis after reflection will pass through the principal focus in the case of a concave mirror or appears to diverge from the principal focus in the case of a convex mirror.
Okay, so in this way we can perform these activities and you download this app from the Play Store. और फिर जितना भी इसमें एक्टिविटी अवेलेबल है आप एनसीईआरटी टेक्स्ट बुक के साथ में वो इमेजेस को स्कैन करके एंड देन यू कैन परफॉर्म द सिमुलेशन. एंड एज वी सेड दैट ऑल दीज रिसोर्सेज आर अवेलेबल ऑन दीक्षा आल्सो. So let me show you how you can find these resources on Diksha. Say for example, this is augmented reality resources because it definitely require one app to render the content. लेकिन इसका जो 3D rendered video है वो हमने दीक्षा में exactly उसी चैप्टर के साथ में हमने मैप कर रखा है. So if you see my screen, ये सेम टेक्स्ट बुक हमने यहाँ पे साइंस की ओपन करके रखी है. सो अभी जो सिमुलेशन हमने किया वो चैप्टर नंबर 10 से था. ओके, सो इसमें आप देखेंगे सबसे पहले तो आपको टेक्स्ट बुक दिखेगा और उसके बाद बाकी एक्सप्लेनेशन रिसोर्सेज आपको दिख जाएंगे जिसमें वीडियोस है, इंटरेक्टिव चीज़ें हैं. तो इसमें ये फिगर 10.3 बिकॉज वी हैव रिटन फिगर 10.3 डेलिबरेटली, आपको पता चल जाए कि वही सेम वीडियो जो है उसका 3D रेंडर्ड वीडियो हमने यहाँ पे चढ़ा रखा है. तो इसके ऊपर आप क्लिक करेंगे सो डेफिनेटली यू हैव दैट वीडियो. और यहाँ पे आके अगर आपको एक्सेस है आपके मोबाइल फ़ोन में तो आप ई पाठशाला मोबाइल ऐप जो हमारा ऑगमेंटेड रियलिटी है उसको डाउनलोड करके आप देख सकते हैं. अगर एक्सेस नहीं है सो इट्स आल्सो अवेलेबल ऑन द दीक्षा पोर्टल कि वहाँ पे जाके उस सिमुलेशन को आप समझ सकते हैं. तो इस तरीके से रिसोर्सेस जो अवेलेबल हैं उनको आप वहाँ पे देख सकते हैं. सो दिस इज अबाउट द ई पाठशाला. सो ओवर टू यू मैम.
जी, thank you so very much for your information, sir. Indeed, AR is making our studies and education more easy and
True.
accessible to all our students. So हम यहाँ पर अपनी चर्चा को और आगे बढ़ाते हैं और अब हम चलेंगे अपने अगले एक्सपर्ट के पास जो है मिस श्रीकला पी और आप प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर हैं फ्रॉम अमृता विश्वविद्यापीठम. मैम, ओवर टू यू मैम. I hope. Yes, ma'am. Am I audible to you, ma'am?
Yeah. Am I audible to you?
Quite audible, ma'am. Please continue.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for the opportunity at the outset. So let me start with giving a glimpse about the importance of virtual labs in today's education context and why we have deployed so much of education resources on this DIKSHA vertical. So the first thing is, as far as the STEM education is concerned, the practicals which is involved, that is the experiment, the laboratory sessions involved in this STEM education is really, really important. And the student get only opportunity to perform these experiments during that particular practical period, which would be 1 or 2 periods in a week. But this virtual labs which are deployed, which are basically science experiments deployed on the DIKSHA vertical, a student can perform the experiments as many times they want at their own pace, sitting at their own comforts. And the teachers also, they can practice these experiments before going to the real practical session, before explaining the concepts to the students, etc. Also, there was 2 years back, we were all stuck with this pandemic called as COVID, and the entire India, both the students and teachers, they completely lost access to the science laboratories. And it was kind of those days, these virtual labs, which is O labs, were the only platform where the students and teachers in India could have access to the STEM practicals and they could perform and practice experiments. So whatever uncertain situation occurs, students and teachers, they can still continue the learning and teaching using this virtual labs. Also, as far as some chemistry, biology or some experiments are concerned, we can't perform all the experiments in the laboratory because there may be radioactive things or toxic chemicals which are involved, and therefore we just skip those experiments and the students are kind of just confined with the theoretical concepts of that phenomenon. So using virtual lab, we could practice and perform any kind of experiments, whether it is a dangerous one or not, even those phenomena that are not visible to the real eye. Those things we can simulate in a virtual environment and the student can really learn it, practice it, and deepen their knowledge in that. So these are the main advantages of virtual labs. Also, the National Education Policy NEP 2020 has recommended that we need to create more and more contents in this virtual labs and deploy it on DIKSHA or the government portals, so that the teachers, students in India should get access to these and they should really practice, perform, do the STEM practicals flawlessly. So let me go to the demonstration session. I'll be demonstrating a physics experiment for class 12 in the DIKSHA portal. Let us now first see how to access the DIKSHA portal. I'm sharing the screen. Hope my screen is visible to you all. Could you please confirm?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So to access the DIKSHA portal, you can use any browsers. So click on the browser. Type www. Click on you type www.diksha.government.in. This will direct you to the DIKSHA portal where a lot of initiatives are deployed. You could see a lot of banners here. Click on this. You can see the virtual labs portal. Click on the explore icon. This will direct you to the landing page of virtual labs. Go to class 12. Click on the explore icon. Click on English medium. Go to Okay, this will direct you to the subject page on the DIKSHA portal. So on the right side, you could see the experiments. So I am going to today demonstrate conversion of a galvanometer into a voltmeter. So see, this is the subject page. on the DIKSHA portal. Right side you can see all the experiments listed. From that, select whichever experiment you want, click on that particular name of the experiment. Today I am showing convert the given galvanometer into a meter and voltmeter. Click on that. You could see two kind of resources they are providing. One is experiment PDF. So if you click on this, scroll up, the lab manual content for that particular experiment would be visible to you. Then in the explanation resources, click on convert the given galvanometer into a meter and voltmeter. Scroll up, you could find link 1 and link 2. Both conversion into ammeter and voltmeter are shown. So I am going to show the conversion into voltmeter. Click on the link 2. Okay. This will direct you to the experiment page. So for every experiment which is deployed onto the virtual labs, we are providing contents like theory. So in the theory section, we basically explain what is the objective of performing that particular experiment. Here, it is nothing but converting a galvanometer into a voltmeter of desired range. And we give all the necessary theory contents which are essential for the student and teacher to understand the concept of that experiment, followed by important formulas. Also, it is important to note that these contents are strictly aligning to the NCERT's lab manuals. So all the learning outcomes for every experiment is also mapped accordingly. That is also shown here. Next is the procedure tab. So in the procedure tab, we briefly explain what are the materials required to perform the experiment. So for performing physics experiment, circuit diagram is one of the important attributes. So we provide circuit diagram. Also, it's important to note that the virtual lab simulations, we try to mimic the real lab. We have built this with an intention that the student should get the exact experience, the user experience as they are performing it in the real lab. Okay. Therefore, the real lab procedure is given. Also, how to perform the experiment in a simulator, followed by the observations and calculations and tabulation, which is very similar to a lab manual and an observation book. So it is nothing but this actually gives an exact real experience of performing that particular experiment in a real lab. Also, it is important that the students or the teachers should be aware of some precautions factor if we need to take for performing particular experiment. So all the precautions that we need to take for performing that for performing experiments is also given in the under procedure. Okay. Now next is animation. So before the student or teacher performing this experiment in the simulator, they can get a brief idea on the theory part of the experiment, the concepts of that experiment, and also a detailed demonstration of the procedure on the simulator. So that is what we do, and that is what the content we give in animations. Let us watch a bit of this. So before practicing the experiment in simulator, the student or teacher can practice or hear the animation, so that will give a better idea to them on how to do it in the simulator.
Conversion of galvanometer to voltmeter. Aim: to convert the given galvanometer of known resistance and figure of merit into a voltmeter of desired range, say 0 to 3 volt, and to verify the same. Materials required: a galvanometer of known resistance and figure of merit, a battery eliminator, one-way key, a rheostat, a voltmeter of 3 volt range, connecting wires, a resistance box, sandpaper tool, N gate. Candles on galvanometer across them will be seen, and take few more observations covering the whole range of voltmeter, that is 0, and measured value of potential difference is very small.
Okay. So hope the listeners here have got a clear idea about the animations. Yeah. Now let us go to the Viva Voice, which is a very important e-content resource that we are providing. So it's very important for a student or teacher after performing the simulator to know what level of knowledge that they have gained in terms of concept for that particular experiment. So we provide a set of 10 to 15 questions related to the experiment, and this gives a good opportunity for the user to self-assess themselves in terms of knowledge levels. So what you have to do is you just have to read the question and click on the answers. So once attempting all the answers, scroll down and give the submit button. So if you see, if it is correct, it will show a tick mark, and if it is wrong, it will show a cross mark. And if the user is feeling that they need to improve and enhance their knowledge levels, they can watch the animations again, perform the simulations again, get the concepts clear, and self-improve themselves. So it's an excellent resource that we are providing along with experiments. Next is the resources tab, which is nothing but the content creators have preferred certain web and physical resources to create these much contents. So we have listed all the resources that the subject matter experts have referred, so that you can also go through if it is required. Next is the feedback tab. This is nothing but the user perspective or the user experience is really important to us, and we do value it a lot, so that we keep on enhancing the features and functionalities in the platform to give a better experience to the users. So these are set of questions which is based on the platform, like on how to improve or what are more functionalities we have to add, etc. So the user can attempt these questions about their experience. If they are facing any problem in accessing this, or if they are finding it complicated, or if they are finding it really useful, they can comment here. So we do value all these opinions, and we make these improvements as and when possible. Yeah. Now let's go to the simulator, where actually the user performs the experiment. Okay. Click on the simulator tab here. So a screen like this will be visible. So this is the workbench where the user can perform the experiment. So you could see on the left side, it is the controls where the necessary attributes or the parameters that we have to control to conduct that experiments is given. So here I am going to perform the experiment conversion of galvanometer to voltmeter. Yeah, you can select the galvanometer here. I am selecting galvanometer 1 here. So all the necessary things are given here, that is the divisions on galvanometer, range of galvanometer, all etc. are given. The first step is to calculate the resistance of the galvanometer. They have already given the galvanometer resistance is the 80 ohms. So we need to find the resistance actually, which is R. The formula is V by Ig minus G, which is nothing but the current which is flowing across the galvanometer and the total, and also which we can get from the figure of merit. So with all these values, I'm getting 4920 ohms. Okay. If I am clicking it, if it is right, it will show a tick mark. Now what we have to do is we have to select these resistance in the control. Okay. So now yeah, so click on the next. So from here we have to select the resistance. Okay, so our resistance has come around 4920. We will have to only select 4920 from this resistance so that it would be adjusted. Select 1000, 2000, 4500, 700, 900 and 20. Here you can see a white checkbox. If you click on this, the circuit diagram will appear. The users, those who want to refer to the circuit diagram and do, they can do it likewise. Help instructions are also there. Now let us make the connection. The students get an opportunity to actually do the connections also, as they do in the real lab. I hope the connections are complete. Yes, now this we are done with the connections. Yeah, so the connections are done. So now what we can do is we can start adjusting the resistance, and it will show start showing the deflection in the galvanometer and the ammeter. Yeah, and the user can start noting the readings accordingly. Yes. So that's all from my side. Now let me welcome Hariharan to explain the next experiment. Thank you.
थैंक यू सो वेरी मच मैम फॉर योर इंफॉर्मेशन. मुझे लगता है कि हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को बहुत अच्छे से समझ में आएगा. दैट वुड बी हेल्पफुल फॉर ऑल आवर स्टूडेंट्स हु आर वाचिंग अस राइट नाउ. डियर लर्नर्स एंड व्यूअर्स, वी आर रिसीविंग योर कमेंट्स. दैट इज वेरी मच अप्रिशिएटिंग. थैंक यू so very much for your all comments, and we appreciate your efforts. If you have any query related to our specific subject or the topic that we are talking or discussing in this specific session, feel free to connect to us. You can call us as well. You can call us on our telephone number, that is 8800440559. Either you can drop a mail at our email addresses that is flashing on your television screen, and you can send us your feedback as well. And if you are on our NCERT official YouTube channel, you know how to comment, and do comment your query and questions if you have any. And let's move towards our next speaker, Mr. Hariharan. Sir, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Sir, please continue, sir.
So good morning, one and all present over here. Today, I am going to present the simulation in mathematics. Basically, mathematics is a subject that is a bit hard to understand the steps, numbers, formulas, etc. By using the virtual lab, we can easily access the formulas and steps, etc. So let me share the screen. Hope all are reading my screen. All are seeing the screen. So today I am going to present the experiment of algebraic activity in class 8. Click on the explore icon in grade 8. We can see the Hindi medium as well as the English medium. Now we can provide English medium only. Click on the English medium. We can see the subjects mathematics, science and English. Click on mathematics. It leads to the DIKSHA mathematics activity portal. Here we can see the algebraic activity. Click on the explanation resources. It shows the link of the verifying the algebraic identity activity link. Click on that link. It leads to the algebraic identity portal. It contains theory, animation, simulator, self-evaluation, reference, feedback. As Srigala ma'am earlier said, these theory contents include all the informations about the experiment as well as the exercise and the formulas where we have to apply, where we have to follow, and the steps of the exercise, steps of the formula. Now I'm going to demonstrate the simulator. It shows the objective as well as the learning outcomes of the formula particular section. Click on the start button. Click on the verify. It shows the what we are going to learn and the instructions about the formula. Click on the now I'm ready. Then the instructions are below here. Click on the tools button. It shows the square. Click on the square. We can click the values to draw the square. Click on the draw. Here we can see the square of ABCD with 11 units and the square of PQRS that with 12 units. Click on the next icon. Again, click on the tools button to draw the rectangle. Click on that rectangle. Here we can already select the values, so it directly shows the diagram of the EFGH with length of A 11 units as well as the breadth with B 12 units. Click on the next icon. As well as it shows the another diagram of LMNO with the length of B 12 units and breadth 11 units. Click on the next icon. Here we can fill the answers. First, what is the area square of ABCD? Now we can apply the formula here as a square plus a plus b the whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. So what is the square of ABCD? I am selecting a square. It shows the correct answer on the top. If I select the a square again, it shows the wrong answer. Click on the b square. Then what is the area and the shape of EFGH? I am selecting AB. Then what is the area of the shape LMNO? I am selecting BA. So this is the right answers. Now click on the next option. Now we can drag and drop the boxes to fill the A plus B. Once we can fill all the boxes, it shows the shape placed correct successfully. Now click on the next icon. Here we can get the conclusion of the above experiment, above square, and the equation, that is LHS is equal to RHS. Click on the next icon. Here we can add the values as A1, B1, and as well as we can get the answers of LHS as well as the RHS. So it is always left hand side is always equal to the right hand side. Now click on the restart button to do the activity session again. So thank you.
Thank you so very much for your demonstration. And before we move forward, let's come quickly towards our first experts, Dr. Yashpal. We would like to know more about something that you want to add on this.
Definitely. See, the experiment that we are doing on virtual labs, these are very much synchronized as per the lab manual of NCERT. So the practical manuals that has been developed by the NCERT from class 6 to 12, all virtual labs are being developed according to that manuals. And the augmented ePathshala mobile app that we have rendered that content is mapped with the different concept that is available on NCERT textbook. So we are covering both the NCERT textbook and the practical manuals. And in subjects like mathematics and languages, we sometimes feel that we don't have much resources, specifically the hands-on resources or interactive resources. But now the user have all these possibility, that they have these interactive resources not just in science but in other subjects areas as well, and we have just seen one example in mathematics.
Right, and any student can be a part of this demonstration. I hope our next panelist Raj Lakshmi ma'am is there. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Please continue, ma'am. So Ms. Raj Lakshmi is subject matter expert biology from Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham itself, and she will be demonstrating subject to you all. Hello. So, dear learners and viewers, as you can see on your screen, there is a web page, and it's a DIKSHA web page that you can also explore and get to know more about all these subjects. Not all these subjects, I guess there is some specific subjects, right?
Yeah, on DIKSHA we have all the subjects, but on virtual lab, as I said, we have all the lab practical manuals right from the class 6 to 12.
From 6 to 12?
12, that's the practical
Okay.
manuals. Yeah.
All the practical manuals are there.
Yes, true.
So, Ms. Raj Lakshmi, can we begin the demonstration?
Yes, ma'am.
Please continue, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for the introduction. So I will share my screen now. Is my screen visible?
Quite visible.
Okay, ma'am. So, okay, good morning, one and all. As Srikala ma'am already explained what the DIKSHA online platform. So today I am going to explain one of the biology experiment from grade 10th. So first click on the explore icon given over here. You can see that two medium is given, which is in Hindi and English medium. So currently we have only available in English medium. So just click on the English medium. You can see the subjects are given, which is in mathematics and science. So as I am presenting on science experiment, I am clicking on the science. You can see the list of experiments given on the right side of the screen. These are all the experiments of the class 10th. So I'm going to presenting on the experiment, which is the liberation of carbon dioxide gas during aerobic respiration. So you can see the two tabs given, which is one is the experimental PDF and the other one is the explanation resources. So if you click on the experimental PDF, just scroll up. You can see the resources are given from the lab manual, which will help you to get all the contents available. And if you scroll down, you can go to the explanation resources of the experiment. Clicking on the liberation of carbon dioxide gas during aerobic respiration given title, you need to scroll up again. Here you can see a link which is given for this experiment. Click on the link, you will directly go to the home page of the experiment, which I am going to explain. So this is the role of carbon dioxide during respiration. Here you can see several tabs given over here. First one is theory, the procedure, animation, video, simulator, Viva Voice, and resource tab. Also feedback. So if you click on the theory tab, you can see the objective of the experiment given over on the screen, and the theory contents, which helps the students to understand the concept of the experiment. And here all the necessary resources are given in the theory tab. Also, the learning outcome is also given, which will help them to understand what all are included in the theory. So next I'm moving to the procedure. Just click on the procedure tab. You can see the various materials required, which is for the experiment. And also here the real lab procedure and a simulator procedure will also be available for each part. The observation and conclusion, also the precaution, which is very, very important for each experiment, is also given in the procedure tab. If you scroll up, you can see an animation tab. Animation tab is the animation video of the whole experiment. I will start the experiment.
Plants. To do the experiment, we require test tube, beaker containing beans, cork with one hole, a conical flask, meshed hydroxide solution, tube bent twice at right angles. Germinating gram seeds in a conical flask. Pour 4 ml of KOH solution into a measuring cylinder. Transfer the KOH solution into a small test tube. Tie a cotton thread to the neck of the test tube. Suspend the test tube in the conical flask with a cork. Place the delivery tube into the conical flask through the cork and use your finger to take some petroleum jelly. Right. Keep the observation. After 2 hours, it is observed that the level of water in the delivery tube rises, in the end dipped in the beaker of water. Conclusion. The germinating seeds in the conical flask release CO2 during respiration, which is absorbed by KOH in the small tube. This creates a partial vacuum in the flask, and the vacuum forces the water up the delivery tube. This proves that germinating seeds produce carbon dioxide during respiration. Human beings. To do the experiment, we require a test tube with freshly prepared live water, a cork with 2 holes, 2 glass tubes bent at right angles. Procedure. Take a test tube containing freshly prepared lime water. Take a cork with 2 holes and fix it on the mouth of the test tube. Insert the glass tube A and B to the test tube through the cork so that the end of the glass tube A dips in the lime water. Breathe out air with the gas we can conclude this.
Next, we have the other one is the video tab, which is the real video we have done in the laboratory, and the Viva Voice tab, which is the next tab where we have a set of 10 to 15 questions which helps the students to for their self-assessment, and they can do it here. If the correct answer and the wrong answer both the answer will be shown, and after they submitting all the question, here a submit button will be available. Just click on the submit button. They can see which all the answer is correct and wrong. The next tab, which is the resource tab. The resource tab is where they provide the necessary resources or references which helps them to get the for their preparation of the experiments. So here textbook, books, reference for the books and the websites are given. So the next tab is the feedback tab, where the students can submit their feedback and their requirements so that we can make it for the improvement of the experiments. So the final, which is the simulator tab, and which is a very important tab for the students to do the experiments and for their understand. Click on the plans. Here a slider will be available where they can select the number of seeds and the temperature. So if you slide the slider, the number of seeds are increased, and they can also adjust the temperature. So the number of seeds and the temperature relation between them is when they increase the temperature, the rate of respiration will decrease. So if they increase the temperature, the rate of respiration decreases. Just click on the start button given over here. if they click on it, they can see the time is going, which is set for the 2 hours, and you can see in the delivery tube the water level is increasing. So the inference button is shown. If you click on that, it shows the level of water in the delivery tube rises up due to the release of carbon dioxide in the conical flask during the respiration of seed. So there one more option is given which helps to understand the students what all happens at the rate of respiration in animals. So if they click on the animals, here the options are given. They can select the animal, that is the grasshopper and a human being. So if we select a grasshopper, and they can slide the number of grasshopper they want to do and the temperature. So just keep in mind that if they increase the temperature, the rate of respiration will also decrease. So I'm adjusting the temperature at 35 degrees Celsius and just click on the start button. You can see the time is started now, and the delivery tube, the water level in the delivery tube is rising up.
Ma'am, I would request you to summarize what you are saying, ma'am. Your content, summarize your content, ma'am, as we are running very short of time.
Okay. So here you can see the role of carbon dioxide during respiration. So if you select the plants that the seed, germinating seed are releasing the carbon dioxide, and this the tube which contains the potassium hydroxide solution, they absorb the carbon dioxide which is released from the seeds, and which produces a partial vacuum in the conical flask, which helps the water level to move up from the delivery tube. So here you can study the role of carbon dioxide during respiration through the simulator.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much, ma'am. Raj Lakshmi ma'am was there, and she was demonstrating an experiment from biology. And let's move towards Dr. Yashpal. By the time we'll get to know about our next speaker, that is, she is Miss Anakha S. So if we come to the page, Diksha page, we can see there was a lot of option was there, like Viva was also there, and there was a set of questions. So if a student is performing that Viva once or twice or thrice, so the set of question will be the same, or it will be changed?
So currently the set of question is the same. Okay, so they can check it if they have done something wrong, so then they can correct it once again, or maybe go through the experiment once again and read the procedure and then can do it. But if they have wanted to do anything else out of it, so then they can go directly for the feedback form. But the questions currently will be the same. Yes.
Okay, fine.
Because this is a static page, not the dynamic page that we have developed. But in future we may see that the reshuffling and new questions will pop out. That is possibilities there.
ओके फाइन सर, ये इन्फॉर्मेशन सच में बहुत अच्छी है, और आई जस्ट होप कि हमारे जितने भी व्यूवर्स हमारे साथ हैं, वो जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स हमारे साथ हैं, वो ज़रूर जाएंगे दीक्षा पेज पर, ये सारे एक्सपेरिमेंट जो उन क्लासेस के हैं वो ज़रूर इन्हें यूटिलाइज़ करने वाले हैं. लेट्स मूव टूवर्ड्स आर लास्ट पैनलिस्ट, and she is Miss Anakha S. She is also from Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, and she is chemistry subject matter expert. Ma'am, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, we are running very short of time, but we would like to know more about your experiment that you are demonstrating right now.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. And very good morning to all. So today, now I am going to explain an experiment on chemistry, that is esterification reaction between alcohol and carbonic acid. So now I am going to share the screen.
Dear learners, yes ma'am.
So this is how the virtual lab e-content page looks like. So click on, so I am doing an experiment on chemistry that is for day 10. Those click on explore, and you can see here 2 mediums are provided. Click on English. Here 2 subjects for grade 10 are provided, that is mathematics and science. Click on science. So here a list of experiments are given. From that, select. the experiment, and here experiment PDF and the explanation resource are provided. Click on explanation resource, click on the link. So it goes to a new page where the students can see all the content of the experiment. Here it's provided theory, procedure, animation, simulator, video, Viva questions, resource and feedback. So under the theory tab, you can see the main aim of the particular experiment, that is to study the esterification reaction between alcohol and carbonic acid, and the theory contents are prepared based on NCERT, and the learning outcomes are also provided. Then it goes to procedure. Here the materials required for the particular experiments are provided, and the real lab experiment and the simulator procedure for the experiment are also provided. And then finally, the precautions for the students while they are doing the physical lab are also provided. Then goes to the next one is the animation video, and the real lab video are also provided. Then next one is the Viva questions. A list of questions are provided here. So then after selecting the answer, you can click on submit. So here you can see the if the answer is correct, you can see it is given tick mark, and if the answer is wrong, they will show a cross mark. And as many times students can do it. So next one is resource. Here a list of.
Ma'am, I'm requesting you to start your experiment, as we are running very short of time, ma'am. Please directly start your experiment, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Then finally, I'm going to the simulator. Esterification reaction between alcohol and carbonic acid. Here a list of instructions are provided. So if the student is not able to understand the experiment by doing this, they can click on help button. A help button is provided. So drag the cylinder containing ethanoic acid into the test tube. Drag the dropper containing H2SO4. Drag the cork over the mouth of the test tube. Click on the next button. Drag the test tube towards water containing beaker. Drag the thermometer into the test tube. Click on the knob. So here a maintain temperature is shown. Click on the knob to turn off the flame. Drag the test tube. Click on the cork and drag the test tube towards the NaOH. So finally you can see we can observe that a fruity smell of ester, and ethanoic acid has a vinegar-like smell, and ethanol has a sweet and pungent smell. So I think you all get a knowledge about the simulator of this particular experiment. That's all from my side. I hope it was clear.
Yes, ma'am, very much clear, and I'm quite sure this whole session would be very beneficial to all our viewers and learners, whosoever is a part of this session. And thank you so very much to all the panelists for being with us in this live session of CIT and NCERT. Thank you so very much, Dr. Yashpal sir, for being with us.
Thank you very much, and thank you all.
And dear learners and viewers, it's time for me to wrap up this session, but let me give you some certain information about Kala Utsav. स्कूली शिक्षा और साक्षरता विभाग शिक्षा मंत्रालय द्वारा 3 से 7 जनवरी तक एक कला उत्सव आयोजित किया जा रहा है। 3 जनवरी से शुरू हो चुका है और आप सभी इसे बहुत अच्छे से आनंद ले रहे हैं, लुत्फ उठा रहे हैं। क्या है कला उत्सव, आइए देखते हैं इसकी एक झलक।
India is our land of diverse culture and glory. Let's showcase the art with the glimpses of its story.
hear the sound of music, we dance to and bells. Paint a picture, make some toys rejoice.
Let's do solo acting. Let's dance. Let's sing and paint.
Some toys rejoice. Kala Utsav, Kala Utsav, Kala Utsav, Kala Utsav.
Children from every nook and corner will perform.
Oh, great!
We will have glimpses from each and every stage.
We hear the sound of music, we dance to and bells. Paint a picture, make some toys rejoice. We hear the sound of music, we dance to and bells. Paint a picture, make some toys rejoice. Kala Utsav, Kala Utsav, Kala Utsav, Kala Utsav.
Kala Utsav, an initiative of the Department of School Education and Literacy, Ministry of Education, Government of India, announces Kala Utsav, organized by NCERT from 3rd to 7th January 2023 at Regional Institute of Education, Bhubaneswar. Kala Utsav.
Kala Utsav.
तो रीजनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ एजुकेशन भुवनेश्वर में ये आयोजित किया जा रहा है। आप सभी स्कूली बच्चों की इस प्रतिभा का प्रदर्शन का आनंद ले सकते हैं। आपको बस एक काम करना है, हमारे eVidya चैनल्स पर बने रहना है और NCERT ऑफिशियल यूट्यूब चैनल पर बने रहना है। अभी फिलहाल मुझे रेणु भट्ट को दीजिए इजाज़त। एक छोटे से ब्रेक पे जा रहे हैं हम। ब्रेक के बाद अपने एक और लाइव फोन इन प्रोग्राम के साथ हाजिर होंगे। आप बने रहिए हमारे साथ। नमस्कार।